Hi, my name is Rachel Green. We're at Carnival of the Arts right now at Kempton Fairgrounds. Something I love about dancing, it's an expression of music through your body, and it's kind of a way to just let it all out and be free, liberate yourself entirely through the music and passion. And I just love, I love letting loose through dance.
What was it like the first time you were up on stage dancing? What did it feel like, seeing all those people in front of you enjoying your craft?
That was exhilarating because I'm very used to just dancing by myself and enjoying dancing in the crowd. So to know there's people who actually want to see me exhibit that on stage, it's very rewarding and also empowering because it shows that my passion is being received correctly and in a way that means a lot to me.
What is one memory when it comes to singing that pops into your head, either an event or one thing specifically?
There's a lot of memories involved with singing that are very special to me. One of the most special milestones was performing at Big Dub Festival. There's so many artists that play at that festival that I've looked up to since I was a teenager. And I got to perform a song that I wrote with Delta 9, who's also an artist that I've looked up to since I was younger. And getting to perform that on a huge stage, it was such an eye-opener to how far I've come. And that my passion of music I'm making it happen. So it's very meaningful.
What is one thing you love about music? Why do you love music?
Music feels like my entire soul. It's hard to explain why I love music because I feel like music is me. And it's just, it's kind of a language that I've always connected to. It's a language I've felt I can express myself best in, and that people who also share that passion of music can relate to that language, and we all share that love. And that, how do I describe this? Music taps into my soul, and it hits me in ways that not many other things can. So it makes my heart feel very big.
Where do you hope this journey takes you?
I hope this journey takes me to everything I've dreamed of since I was a kid, which is to be a singer, dancer, performer on a big stage, expressing my love of music, my love of dance, which I'm already getting there, but I just want it to keep growing as big as it can possibly get, keep working with artists who inspire me, and one of my biggest goals is to inspire others and hopefully reach their souls in the way music has touched mine.
What does it feel like to be part of the music community?
Something I'm continuously grateful for is the fact I am part of the music community. It's where I've met some of the most genuine people because they're coming here genuinely expressing their love of music, love of art, so we can bond in that and just connect in a very deep way. It's really beautiful to come together, and we're all here for the same reason because we love music, we love art, and it's beautiful to see that community and how we help each other.
What are some of the hurdles you've had to overcome in this journey, and how have you pushed yourself or motivated yourself through those hurdles?
Definitely one of the biggest hurdles with performing is self-confidence and believing in yourself. If you are not believing in yourself, you're gonna halt your journey in a really big way, so you have to continuously be confident and have determination and know that you're capable of anything. That's what's going to keep pushing you forward to achieve your dreams. And sometimes life happens, you go through some tough shit, and it's hard to be confident and motivated in those times, but to overcome that as a performer is one of the biggest things you can do for yourself.
Is there any piece of life advice you can give out to the people that watch you and have grown up on your craft and view you as an inspiration?
Yes. One of the best pieces of life advice I could offer is just be you. You are going to be judged no matter what you do, no matter where you are. Life is short. You gotta just do what makes you happy, express yourself in a way that makes you feel free and liberated, and don't let anyone and what they think stop you from what you want to do. Be happy.
Thank you very much.
Of course, you're welcome.
Okay, so my name is Kitty, or known as Cox McClown. I'm a grateful artist. I'm here at Carnival of the Arts. It's probably my 4th or 5th year here as an artist. Um, wouldn't be any other place, honestly. Yeah, I just come here every year, make some art, take a load off. It's a really special place.
What does it mean to you to be part of the community here?
Well, I feel like this community really fostered my art a lot, and I came to Carnival in a time where actually my first Carnival was on the West Coast. So I went to the West Coast first, happened to hit the East Coast at the same time. And then I just kind of became part of this gallery crew and made a lot of lifelong friends. And it's fostered my art in a way and made me like kind of really get my stuff together, start making friends, business cards, stickers, all that. And I've seen myself grow in my art style, really like get super polished because of Carnival, because I want to bring my best here every year I come.
What is it like when somebody comes up and buys a piece of your art?
It's thrilling. I feel like they're taking a piece of me home with them, and it just makes me feel like people are on the same wavelength I am, and they can kind of see me, I see them, and my point when I make art is to just channel the energy, channel the vibes, the art, the music, and turn that into an visual experience that people can experience kind of what I've been feeling or what we've been experiencing here at Carnival as an art piece. So that's kind of what I'm doing back here with this painting. Is I'm doing a 3 gesture piece. It's very much work in progress, but that's kind of the vibe I'm going for, is all the vibes at Carnival, how we support each other, but also I think Carnival is a really creative and special place, and I don't think there's a lot of places like that in the world right now. I think this is just, it's different here.
What helps you inspire you to create art like this?
Honestly, I just channel what I'm feeling, and it's like my biggest form of expression. It's my biggest therapy. I always say like my soulmate is my paintbrush, and I think that's like where I've kind of been getting at lately, is that my art is where I channel my soul into. It's just how I express myself in this world. And the motifs, I try to be very thoughtful too. I make a lot of art as gifts for people, and I'll specifically try to like use music that they like, or like I do a lot of commissions for like wedding paintings and stuff like that, and I'll take bands that they like, different things that they like interests, and I'll put them all into a painting. So I like to be thoughtful. It's kind of like my gift to whoever I'm painting for. So
What is one hurdle you've had to overcome in this art journey, and how have you overcome it and kept yourself motivated?
art block. I'm sure any artist can agree. Art block gets really serious sometimes. Like I'm talking years of art block. I spend a lot of time putting a lot of energy into myself as an artist and growing a lot. And I feel like the art block that comes with feeling stagnant has really pushed me back sometimes. But then when I go forward again and I start painting again, it's like 20 times. Like my skill grows so fast after these art blocks. Carnival is one of the main things that pulls me out of an art block every year, because I need to start creating. Like about 2 months beforehand, I get really crazy in my art studio and I just start kind of putting myself in there and not leaving.
For somebody who's never been to Carnival before, can you describe one thing that stands out to you that they may fall in love with coming and experiencing it for the first time?
The thing about Carnival is that everyone is welcome to be creative here. It doesn't matter if you're creative or not, per se. You can come and make art in whatever aspect you want, and it's accepted here. The quality and the talent that we have at Carnival is unmatched. It is people that seriously, they deserve recognition. They deserve for other people to see their talent. And I think that Carnival is just full of a lot of really talented people, and if you have a community that you want to belong to, this is the community, because you're free to express yourself and really tap into the artistic sense of creativity, and that doesn't have to be visual art. There's so many different types of art here. Everyone is welcome. There's a variety show, comedy show, EDM, robo-rave, jam bands. You can literally pick exactly everything you need and go find it. And that's what I like about Carnival, is there's a place for everybody.
And one last question. Where do you hope this journey of art takes you?
I hope to inspire other people. I hope to just find like-minded people, share my art, share my like spiritual sense of my art. I hope that people will know my name someday, and I hope that I continue to be a part of Carnival community for many years to come. It's like I said, my fourth or fifth year here, and I don't really see myself going anywhere. So I hope to be a part of this gallery for a long time.
Awesome. And how can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram. My handle is CoxMicClown. That's KoxMickKlown. 2 Ks, because I'm a Coxmic Clown like that, and it's Carnival with a K. So we be vibing.
My name is Drew Stauffer. We are at Carnival of the Arts in Kempton, Pennsylvania. And I am a just kind of freelance, I'm an illustrator. I do like fantasy works in colored pencil and art stick.
How did it all start for you, and what does art mean to you?
Oh goodness. I've been doodling since school. Never really went into it after I got out of school. Then I went to a festival and I realized like I like the music and I like to be here, but I'm bored and I need something to do. So I picked up my pencils again and started drawing on a little sketch pad, and people liked what I was drawing, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna keep drawing. And I set my little easel up and started working something bigger, and I set my table up and I pop up in places and I do my thing.
What does it mean to you when somebody comes up and admires your art and takes the time to ask you about it?
It's being seen for a time when I've really felt like a wallflower my entire life. It's like I actually have something to contribute to the world and feel an actual appreciation and love from other real people, even complete strangers. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to be here and do this and receive the love that I get, and I do it for the people because I know the people like what I do. So it's very reciprocal.
What do you love most about art?
The variety, the different techniques, the different visions, the different styles of creating. Some people love colors that pop. Some people have visionary messages and build on very mathematical formulas and extreme detail. And some people have just adorable, charming cartoon styles. And it's just, it blows my mind how much wonderful artwork there is in the world.
What is one thing that you've had a hurdle that you've had to overcome in your art, and how have you kept yourself motivated to keep creating?
Oh, a lot of it is just self-doubts of, this doesn't look right, this isn't good enough. But you power through it. I mean, they say trust the process, and you really have to trust the process. Make it first, make it perfect later.
If you were to talk to somebody who had never been to Carnival of the Arts and you were to suggest coming, what would be something you would tell them about Carnival of the Arts?
You will hear a variety of music from some extremely talented performers, and you will see a variety of artwork from extremely talented artists, and you will see extremely talented fire dancers, flow performers. They have stages for everybody. Visual artists perform on one side of the stage, flow artists perform on the other side of the stage while the band is playing. They have stages that run all night. It's a wonderful time. There's just so much to do, so much to see all over the place.
And one last question. Is there any piece of life advice you could give out to people?
Do something that makes the world a little brighter. Be grateful for what you do. Own up to your mistakes and keep soldiering on.
And how can people find you in your art? If you have an Instagram or a website.
I do. I go by the handle of Medracel online. You could also look up, Drew Stauffer, Stouffer. I'm not very active. I don't post much. I'm sure people will eventually I'll see like other photographers post their work online, and they'll tag me, and I'll share them. But yeah, it's been a long road. I've been inactive for a while, and I've just come back, so I'm trying to build everything new and hopefully gain a little bit more traction over the course of the coming years.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Drew.
I am very grateful that you chose to interview me. Thank you.
My name is Miguel Munoz. I am one of the many proud founders of Carnival of the Arts and the art director and visual host. We're here at Carnival of the Arts East in Kempton, Pennsylvania. This is our sixth one in 2025, and we're having a great year.
How did this journey start for you, and what does it mean to you to be part of this community?
Boy, this all started being a security guard. I was just a patron going to music festivals, trying them out for the first time, and I was at an event and saw a guy that was grabbing girls and everything like that. So I went up and, removed him a couple times, and the third time, the head of security, Benny, who's here this weekend, grabbed him and said, "I'll take it from here, Miguel." I thought that was really cool, and then the next day, Benny asked me to work security with him. So I did, and we started working with Jibber Jazz, and we served the Jibber Jazz community for the last 10 years, and 5 years after we got started, we got together 16 of the security guards, 5 superstars from the scene like Adam Gollihue from Dr. Slothball is doing the booking, Carl McWhirter with photos, Jesse Landis that puts together all our stage and sound, and a few others, Brian Senset, does the fireworks and everything. And we all got together and decided to throw a show, and the whole thing was, when I first started, you see like these shows, promoters, and there'll always be like 1 or 2 of them that put on this whole festival. But we all know that there's so many more pieces that go to putting on a festival that we thought if we kind of like expanded our group of promoters that, more people would get the proper credit and attention, you know what I mean? And that's like the whole idea behind Carnival of the Arts. We focus so much on the music at a music festival, but there's so many other aspects of the art that really add to it. What our visual artists do for everyone, the energy that the flow performers bring. I think it's all just as important as the music, and it's nice that we have an opportunity to create these stages to showcase that.
What does it mean to you seeing people, so many people from all over, come out and enjoy what you've built?
Validating. So validating. I've always thought that this was the show. I've always thought that what these guys are, putting out there and what the flow performers do, that's just like such a key aspect of the show. And quite a few years ago, we were going to start playing the name chase game and just making sure that we're keeping up with, the next big festival and everything. But we decided that we need to up the level that we were treating our artists and flow performers before we just dump more money into a lineup. And this is, amazing that so many people are coming to check us out, you know what I mean? Not knowing these names, not all the names on the lineup, you know what I mean? But just knowing that whatever's happening here is definitely a show.
What is one hurdle or a few hurdles you've had to overcome, and how have you motivated yourself to keep moving and keep pushing and creating?
I'm a very nostalgic person, and you start something like this and you think that you're always just going to throw this event with the same 21 people, and that's what I hoped we were going to do. And really early on we lost one of our founders, Nikki, and this year we lost our other founder, Jay, and it puts things in perspective. But even outside of people passing away, life moves on, responsibilities, families, jobs, and that's just been the one thing that we had to learn, is that in order for this to grow, we have to always keep that space open. We always have to be ready to kind of like bring in the next wave of energy that's coming to us, and at the same time, obviously, we always do pay our respect to respect the people that have passed away before us. We have our memorial tree that I'm going to finish this afternoon, and I don't know, we start with the moment of silence, and we look forward to the celebration with the fireworks tonight.
I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm sure they're looking over you and very proud that you keep the tradition going no matter
yeah.
what.
That's it. So that was the biggest thing, is just trying to learn how to incorporate the new energy into what we have going on and make sure that it all still feels the same from the first year on some level, you know. But we like what we do.
If you ran across somebody who had never been to your event before and they came up to you and they asked you about it, what would you say or what would stand out about the event that would encourage them to come?
Man, these triple stages, I say it all the time, but it is it's been the vision since the beginning when I was doing, you know, projection mapping 10 years ago, getting started with really rudimentary equipment and everything. The show that we're doing today is the same exact show that we were doing back then. We just do it way better. You know, I've always known that the action that's happening needs to be on camera and being pumped into the visuals. The triple stages, having, you know, equal representation of art, music, and flow up there. It's that's what I like to tell people. Nowhere else you're going to see that, you know, art, music, and flow on the same stage at the same time, and then to get to pull all those camera feeds into the visual composition. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing it.
It's truly a carnival.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And we travel.
What do you love most about art?
The most? Oh, man. Getting to introduce everyone to everyone, you know, and seeing the effect that those relationships will have on someone's life, their artwork, music over the years. You know, I've been inspired in so many different ways to do my artwork's better because of Carnival. You know what I mean? I don't even consider myself an artist. I'm more of a collagist, but because of having been in the environment and pushing myself to do more, it's really made me expand my art. And I don't know. It's just I don't know. Just really like how it pushes people. I've seen it bring out the best in myself, and I've seen it bring out the best in some of my friends. So I really like it.
One last question. Any piece of life advice you can give out to your community and all the people that come and see what you put on?
Yeah, it's the same life advice that everyone gives, right? Like, you never give up. You know, if you believe in it, and we obviously believe in what we're doing here, just don't give up. Then, you know, you always find a reason, and you always find a way, you know, and don't listen to your good friends that are trying to let you off the hook. You know, you got to listen to your great friends that are keeping you honest, and that's what I try to do here.
Thank you. How can people find out more about Carnival of the Arts?
CarnivalOfTheArts.com. We're on Instagram, Carnival of the Arts, or I'm sure one of your friends will be talking about it pretty soon.
Thank you very much.
You got it, man. Thank you.
My name is Claudio Stabile. I am with Astronomy in the Community, and we are at Carnival of the Arts 2025.
And what is it that you're doing here?
So this started as my son's Eagle Scout project and went on into my daughter's Girl Scout Gold Award project, where he brings astronomy to the community, and my daughter makes microscopes and telescopes available to the public for free lending at the local library. And here we have telescopes and microscopes that we share with guests here at the Carnival. We show them the sun through our daytime solar viewing program, the stars, the planets, and deep sky objects in the nighttime during our nighttime star parties.
What has this journey been like for you, and what does it mean to you when somebody comes up and you get to show them something unique? Not a lot of people get to look at through some of these huge telescopes, right? And a specialized telescope you were telling me about. Can you give us a little rundown of why does that one a little special?
This is a beautiful telescope. This is a Coronado Solar Max 3. It's a 90 millimeter, which is the largest aperture that this type of telescope comes in. It's special because it is a hydrogen alpha telescope, allowing us to view the sun in a very narrow bandwidth of light within the red spectrum. And that brings out features in the sun, including spicules, filaments, and at the very edges, prominences, or streams of plasma shooting out into space, each one the size of about 10 to 20 planet Earths.
How did you start this journey, and what has it been like finding out all this new information and getting to experience all these awesome things?
it was really my children that inspired me. They were into astronomy early on, and I did everything I could to support their direction. Getting them the first telescope, for example, was fun, but also a challenge learning experience. And over time, we joined the Lehigh Valley Amateur Astronomical Society, and that has allowed us to learn much more, and we became better astronomers that way. And that way, since we've learned so much, we're able to share that knowledge with the community. We have been super fortunate through the children's projects, especially Claudia's Eagle Scout project, where this came to us through a sponsorship with the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. This is a very special and rare telescope, and we're able to share it as long as we share it regularly and freely with the community. We're able to use this type of equipment.
What is it like when somebody comes up and you get to show them something that they've never seen before? I mean, we all see the sun,
Absolutely.
right?
Great question.
Something very unique.
So when I first saw the moon through a telescope, I was floored. When I saw Saturn's rings through a telescope, I was super excited. And when I saw the prominences at the edge of the sun, I was completely amazed. And it brings me so much joy to be able to share those experiences with guests here and with the general public. And because I get to experience again for the first time what it's like to see the rings of Jupiter, the rings of Saturn and the bands of Jupiter for the first time through a new person's experience.
What have been some hurdles in this journey for you, and how have you overcome them?
Excellent question. We found that a computerized telescope has a very steep learning curve. If you can imagine, 10 years ago, my children were little, it's nighttime, I'm struggling and sweating trying to figure out the electronics while these kids are running around behind me. And so that was a super challenge. The way we overcame that is we joined an astronomy club, and we got the knowledge from experienced astronomers to show us what to do and how to use the computers, and that really pushed us over the edge in terms of knowledge. And also what to look out for in a telescope. Computerized telescopes are wonderful, but one of the best places to start is a Dobsonian telescope, where all you really need to do is point and shoot, and that helps you learn the night sky without all the fancy computers.
If anybody wanted to find out more about this or your organization, or come look for themselves through your lens,
Absolutely.
how could they?
We are most active on Facebook. You can find us on Facebook group Astronomy in the Community. Join that group, and that lets you know where we have events, where you can find us locally. We are based off of Polk Township, but we travel regularly and provide these types of experiences throughout the region, and then some.
Well, thank you very much for talking with me today.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Hi, how you doing? My name's Callan Shans, and this is Patchwork Progress. It's basically a collective that I've put together between my family, teachers, and various friends that I met along my path on the Red Road, who have come together to hand make and curate, organically produce and originally design everything you see here. Everything is representative of some medicine in one way or another, whether it be the feathers, whether it be the woods that we use or the hides that we harvest and create into beautiful works.
How did this journey start for you? What inspired you to start this collective?
Oh man, we just met. It's very personal.
It doesn't have to.
No, you're good. That's why I give to everybody. Yeah, I have family who are indigenous Shipibo from Pucallpa. So upon my getting closer with them, and studying the plants, and working with the lineage that they carry and have passed down to me, it just kind of come organically by default. that yeah, I do leather work and make medicine bags, and yeah, combined with like the textiles, for example, of my grandmother and my cousins, that are all representative of medicinal ceremonies.
What does it mean to you when somebody comes up and not only purchases one of your products, but asks about the story behind it?
Everything in here is so personal. So the story is really what I feel that people are investing in. They see what I'm doing and they could feel that it's authentic in nature, and that that the energy that each piece carries, the resonance that they feel is really it's healing. So when they ask me for a deeper connection of the story, it's really important to me to be able to share that with them, because now they are medicine carriers as well. I really believe we are all healers. And a lot of people who are not able to realize that at that moment is fine, because we all receive those messages on our own time, you know? But nevertheless, people are still really interested, not just in the pieces, but more importantly, what's behind them, where they come from. And those questions are paramount when working with yourself or with anything outside of yourself, especially. Where things come from, how it's made, who carried it, who made an offering to this plant, who has permission, where was that cultivated, who transported it. These are all like really paramount in the continuity of medicine. Yeah.
What is one memory that stands out to you in this journey since you started your shop and being here now? When people ask you what do you do, what's the first memory that pops in your head?
But I feel like in lots of ways, like, music and arts festivals, they give us a platform to bring the medicine to the people. So it's my intention to, make my abilities find where my abilities will service the necessity of my community, right? That's like one of my modus operandi. So like, people pay a lot of money to come to events to have this kind of experience, or to get closer to a more authentic way of being. And this is the life I live. I'm down in Peru, 3 or 4 times a year. I'm working on my own path with my own medicine, and then able to carry my family's lineage and share that and bring that to my local community and literally bridge those worlds. So like, in essence, that idea is the most outstanding thing. And I live that every day.
What does it feel like to you to be part of this community?
Organic. Feels like home.
To somebody that's never been to one of these festivals or done anything like this, what would you suggest to be the big factor to why to come to one of these events?
Really, like, these communities are originally, I feel, the festival scene, or whether it's a powwow or our emerging tribe of who we are trying to rediscover. It's about the open and free sharing of the free sharing of ideas and concepts and information. That is the new currency. It's always been current, right? But it's so powerful. And a lot of events like, arts and music, that's what they surround themselves around. Because you're going to bump into 18 people who had a group of friends back home who told them all about it, and they're the only one who came. And that is my family. Those are my people. And it's so important for that. A lot of us are trapped by our opinions or ideas, or we're afraid of, giving our paper to where we don't see an immediate exchange or return. But like, for sure, it's only paper. And the information and connections that we share and create while coming to here are lifelong. I met my cousin at a festival. We didn't know we were cousins.
That's great.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna find literally your family and your tribe who are here. So don't be trapped by what other people are saying, or if there's a sticker price on it. There's always a way to come. If you want to be involved, you can volunteer, you can pick up trash, you can help sell food, you could do setup or breakdown, stage crew, you could help with the fire. Like, there are so many necessities that our community is looking for, and somebody has an ability that will be greatly valued.
One last question. Have you had any hurdles with this journey, and how have you overcome them?
Yeah, life be lifing. Hurdles are a part of the course. Yeah, and they're necessary for growing. So I overcome them by embracing them. Usually, I like to refer to those experiences as seemingly negative, because I'm more grateful many a time for the seemingly negative than just the positive or pleasant. You know,
Yeah.
this world has everything, and it's not all good. But we are able to control that. So when people come with that kind of energy, or they're just not sure, they're wandering or lost, trying to deal with those interpersonal dynamics of shaking people out, just be like, hey, little one, wake up, come. So that's like the main hurdle that I'll encounter, people being trapped, or imprisoned by their own opinions or their own constructs they made, or that other people put onto them, their agreements, that they maintain.
If people wanted to find more about you or purchase any of your products, how can they find you?
They can go to our website, patchworkprogress.com. They can find us on Instagram at patchworkprogress. Yeah, please.
Thank you very much.
Follow, like, and share.
I'll give you.
Yeah, my name is Victoria Violet, and we are at Carnival of the Arts East in Kempton, PA, 2025.
What do you do here at the carnival?
I spin fire. I am a flow artist at the carnival, and I kind of hype the audience up a little bit.
How did this journey start for you, and what has it been like?
Okay, so my journey started when I was in 7th grade. I actually joined my school color guard, and that's how I coordinated my flow into today, really. From 11th grade, I did from 7th to 11th grade color guard. We won 8th in the world. It was quite a hurdle and accomplishment at the same time. It's challenging going through school and doing something so competitive.
What do you love about what you do?
The adrenaline rush. Oh my gosh, the adrenaline rush. When you are a little stage fright and you have a big dangerous prop that's on fire, it's quite intimidating. So you definitely get used to it, but it's a fun time.
What are some of the hurdles you've had to go through, and how have you had to overcome them during this journey?
Yeah, so I had 2 kids, my son and my daughter. Today's actually my daughter's 11th birthday. She was here earlier. I took her home yesterday. But definitely having kids, I kind of didn't flow for a good 10-year period until I picked it up after COVID, when I needed an outlet to burn some energy. And it's definitely a good way to exercise and move your body.
What do you love about flow arts and being part of this community?
The friends, the support, the encouragement. It's definitely family. It's a second family, really.
For someone that's never come to one of these events, that's going to see this video or see some of your work, what is one thing that stands out to you about this event that you would suggest for them to come?
It's a cheap camping option for the weekend, where you see a lot of live music and very talented people some of the Pennsylvania's best, because it is, and New Jersey, because we're really a regional group and we all come together here to burn together.
What is one of the most memorable moments of this?
So last year when I got my big prop, it's called a Comet, and I don't have it here with me today, but I was doing a fashion show, and it was the second time I lit this prop on fire, and I had to go on a picnic table with kind of a little heels, and it's a pretty heavy, intimidating prop with a 6-foot flame trail, so it was quite challenging, nerve-wracking to say the least.
What do you love about art? Is the last one.
The expression and the joy that I bring to other people.
How can people find out more about you and what you do?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm V Violet. I am a licensed and insured flow artist. And also on Instagram, AwesomeChick91.
Very much.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm Rob Lara, aka the dead pirate captain Robert Sharky Dreadpool. And I'm a fire spinner and flow artist here at Carnival of the Arts.
What inspired your journey to be a flow artist, and what has it been like?
Well, it's been a long journey to that. I got into flow at a kind of an older kind of age than I'd like to tell you. But it was about 5 years ago. I've always been a performance artist. I started in music. I played violin whenever I was 6 years old, and until the end of high school, I learned guitar, bass, piano, keyboard. I did musical theater and improv theater. Was kind of like music was great. It was a great way to I have ADHD. So music was a great way to focus that, but I was never a great musician because I would jump from instrument to instrument to instrument. I never really mastered one. I'd get kind of good at violin, and then I'd be like, I want to play guitar now. And then I'd be like, chords are hard, I want to play bass,
So a lot of hurdles. What is one that stood out to you, and how have you motivated yourself to keep going?
I think I'm changing over my medium at an older age from music to flow, because it's the same thing as being a musician, but it's different. You're kind of more like the cheerleader for the musician.
Yes.
Go team, go.
Now, being in the limelight and always kind of being up on stage and having people watch you, what's the feeling like inside when you get up and there's people just waiting to see your work?
That's a rush. That's a rush. When you are waiting in line to go light your props, and go out, because it's a whole system, a line, you never know. You tell your friends, I'm going to go spin and I'll be up there soon-ish, and but you never know how long the line's going to be and when your turn's going to actually come up. And then when it finally does, and you're there because you're waiting in line, and you come out and you light your prop, and when you first kind of go around the circle, kind of getting ready to really do your main event kind of act, you're kind of looking around and seeing who showed up to see you.
What is one memory that stands out of this journey you've had of being an artist?
One?
One big one. When people come up to you and they ask what you do.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you one. When I see the singer from one of my favorite bands, Mum's the Word, Jenny comes up to me after I did a fire set and says oh my God, Rob, I didn't know that you were that much of a showman.
She's exhausted.
Yeah.
What is one thing about Carnival of the Arts that you could suggest to somebody who's never been? What is one thing that stands out to you? Or what does it mean?
About Carnival?
Yes. What does it mean to be part of the community?
Oh, it means the world to me. Carnival, I've done a lot of events. I do about maybe a dozen a year, but Carnival is where all the best talent from the entire scene comes together and puts on somehow, in our own like kind of worked out way, puts on the most amazing show that you could see for $100 for one day.
If somebody wanted to find out more about your art or you, how could they find you?
I'm on Facebook, Rob Lara, Lara, and on Instagram it's Captain Dreadpool, DreadPool.
Thank you. And one piece of life advice you could give out to the people.
Don't ever let anyone dim your shine. Shine bright.
Thank you very much, Rob. It's been a pleasure.
Hello, my name is Joshua Schmid out of Clinton, Pennsylvania. This is Rachel's Place here at Kempton's Carnival, the Arts Festival. Beautiful music, art, everything amazing. For me, it's my third year, and how I keep coming back. Everybody here has been an honor. The music, the vibes, the energy, and the pork roll. Not just our pork roll, our cheesesteak. But food, everything, there's so much here to offer. Here at Kempton at the Carnival of the Arts. But please stop by Rachel's Place and come see me. I'm usually the grill guy.
What is your favorite dish here at Rachel's?
Favorite dish, there's so many. It really, breakfast all day, you can't go wrong. Served with buckets full of love. Whether it be any hour, we make you a nice meal. But if you're not gonna go breakfast all day, cheesesteak. What has it been like coming and working such events? I enjoy it. I love the people. I love the energy. All walks of life. So many things to try, so many things to see. And the artwork, architecture, and performances are amazing. There's so many. This is my third year. That's why I keep coming back. Every year they have new stuff. They gotta keep it spicy, you know? Just like working on a grill. We keep it spicy. We're always moving. But this year we have other vendors as well. And there's always new stuff, new flavors to try. And besides that, like I said, the arts, whether it be from rocks all the way to canvas paintings, the artwork has so many avenues.
What does it feel like when somebody comes up and is like, man, I love your food. You're like one of the best cooks. I'm going to come eat here all weekend.
I try to be a humble man. I really do. Because we here at Rachel's Place, we put buckets full of love into everything we do. So that's what I strive for, is to smile. And I try to be humble about it, but that's my goal. You guys walk away, this is the best breakfast sandwich I ever had, whether it be that to the cheesesteak.
What is one hurdle you've had to overcome being a vendor, and how have you kept yourself motivated to keep moving forward?
Hurdle to overcome. Since I do this one every year, we have new employees, different aspects. Keeping communication, consistency, and continuity all together. Making sure that you smile is my greatest goal here. And just keeping it together. You know, keeping the operation and to provide the best every time you guys see us here. Oh my gosh, we do this. May I get a Rachel's Place card?
They're right in here.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. This is Miss Allie. Rachel's Place. Her number is 908-295-9116. Everything right here. Website, I believe, they didn't get it via all the paper. I'm normally on the grill or over the hot stuff. Paperwork is usually front of house, but we have all that stuff. Let me repeat that. Rachel's Place, 908-295-9116. She's also on all the jazzes, the food services, more or less, she's at 2 out of 3 of them. So we can get the food to you if you need it.
Thank you very much.
Hey, it was a pleasure, sir.
Hi, my name's Anthony Mark. I am part of a collaborative group called Route 222, and I work with Derek Hettinger and previously Sean Warner, but he's currently working on some of his own work right now, so he's very busy. But Derek and I have been carrying the torch, and yeah, we just make these collaborative paintings. There's a couple different ways we do it. These are good examples because normally we won't have an idea, which is this painting. It's just kind of a freestyle. It's kind of like a jam band. We're just kind of grooving off of each other's energy. Like he'll come up with some image and I'll think of something, usually a funny thing to do with it. And mostly we're just making each other laugh and having a good time. I guess really it all started like having parties and just, we get out a big piece of plywood or whatever was laying around and start painting because a lot of my friends are artists and so then we kind of had that going on when we would have a party every once in a while, and then we had I don't remember how exactly it happened, but we were invited to a competition, a collaborative art competition in Philadelphia called Canvas Clash, and I talked to Derek. Derek and I had been working. We had done a few live art events, I think, before that, or maybe just one. I don't know. But the seed had already been planted. This was so many years ago. This was like 25 maybe years ago. So there's been a lot has happened since then. But so we won that competition, and then we were like, maybe this is the thing, we're having fun, why don't we try doing this? And so we started getting together weekly and making these paintings just in the studio and not just live. And then we started kind of developing ideas, and having a plan. And that's more like what this painting was. We also do a lot of Washington paintings because I'm getting ahead of myself, I guess. The way we came up with our name, Route 222, is we were all connected by Route 222, the highway. We all met on Route 222 at Pennsylvania College of Art and Design on Prince Street in Lancaster. And so it just seemed like we needed a name. We couldn't go writing all our names on a canvas at the end of a painting because it's ridiculous to have all the words. So we came up with a symbol, a sigil, that means us, and we have two different stamps. We made a stamp so that it's real easy at the end. So we have two different symbols, one for the three of us and one for two of us, if whichever two of us are working together. So that's how we came up with Route 222, the name. And I know I was headed somewhere with this.
George Washington.
Yes, George Washington. So then we realized that George Washington's birthday is February 22nd. And so he kind of became our patron saint because that dollar bill head Washington is such a loaded visual image. it already brings so much into a painting, into, anything it's associated with. You bring it along with you as a viewer, your own thoughts of, what that image means. And so it automatically becomes thought-provoking to anyone, I think. So we started doing all these Washington paintings. We did for a long time, we did every February 22nd. For his birthday, we would do a new Washington painting. So we got a bunch of them. There's a few of them in the tent here for sale. Well, 2 of them. But, and then we have this new one that we just made, where he's serving up some cake so he can let us eat cake.
What does it mean to you when somebody comes up and either appreciates your art or wants to purchase it, or it speaks to them?
That's really, what it's all about. Like, other than, the thrill of just getting it out and making it, which is its own, satisfaction. But when someone else appreciates it, that's like a different level. It's nice to be appreciated.
What do you love about art?
Well, just being able to express yourself, and I like the fact that I may be misinterpreted, and that's okay, because that's, it's maybe on me, but you can't control what anybody else is already bringing, to, their perspective is going to narrate any painting that we create, no matter what. And I love that, because a lot of times, they'll give me some wild interpretation of a painting, and it's way cooler than we could have even, come up with. But, that's just how it is. I love that. I love the ambiguity of, how it all, goes down.
If somebody wanted to find out more about your art or wanted to purchase something, how could they find you?
Well, you can find us on social media. We're not very good at monitoring the Route 222 social media, but you can find Derek Hettinger or me, Anthony Mark. I'm a Mark Fine Artist on, I think, Instagram and Facebook. Or maybe it's amark222, I'm not sure. But if you search hard enough, you will find us.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Pleasure.
Hi, I'm Ginny. We're at Carnival of the Arts 2025 East.
My name is Brian Corey, and I am from Mum's the Word, and we play music and dance and are here at Carnival of the Arts 2025.
How did this journey start for you guys?
Ooh, well, the music journey or the festival journey?
Virginia's journey.
Okay, well, we'll just say for the music festival.
I'll let you do the festival first.
So for the music festival, I met some friends of mine at another festival, and I really enjoyed hanging out with them. They were running a security team, and I was like, yo, you guys are fun as shit. So I wanted to hang out with them, and they invited me to work with them at another festival. So we just worked together, and we're part of a team that works music festivals and security for other music festivals in the local area. So we're really humble with everyone, and we help them put on their productions. So we already kind of know how to throw an event, and we know everybody, and we're friendly with everybody. So
they founded Carnival of the Arts,
yes.
And then we started Mum's the Word about 8 years ago, and it's been a long journey of collaborating together to get to where we are today.
Yes.
What are some of the hurdles you've had during this journey? How have you motivated yourselves and your team?
We've motivated our team over the years by being flexible with them. One of the key factors with keeping everything going has been having the flexibility of letting people come and go as they gain passion or change passion throughout their life. You know what I mean?
What does this journey mean to you? Living it, getting to see all the people come out to support you and enjoy your art.
Ooh, it's a lot because we spend all of our lives doing this. Like, we work a day job, and we earn money for that, and we spend
Invested
it
into this.
Yeah, we invested into these things. Our projects are what we invest all of our time and our money into, and to see other people equally as passionate about this and really care about this event and like our music.
It motivates
Yeah,
people, and
it feels
that
good.
motivates us.
It feels really good.
What is one thing that stands out to you in Carnival of the Arts? If somebody's never been to it, what is something that you suggest, and this is the reason why?
There's a real sense of community here. You know what I mean? It's really grown into a feeling that if we all work together, we can do it. And that is a game changer with regards to sustainability. You know, you can't continue to put the same kind of productions together without a sense of community.
What is one memory over the years that stands out to you guys? When people ask you what you do, this is typically the first thing that pops in mind.
So many.
I just feel like my favorite memories are our late night performances. We get our team to help us build a stage for us like no other. So like we wait all year round to do our performance at Carnival of the Arts and have our team help us build a stage with the lighting, and we have our dance team. It's like we do a choreographed dance team too.
Our own sound guys, our own decorations, our own costumes, everything is tailored to our performance, and that's so unique and special, and we get to share that with everyone one time a year, so it only happens here at Carnival.
It's the things that people say after the show they really stick with you forever because, like I said, we work on this project so much and we put our hearts and souls into it, so it's really cool.
I feel like stepping out on the stage and seeing a crowd of people who are there to wait your art.
Incredible. It's incredible.
Yay.
And here we really have the best, most attentive audience. They're locked in, they're dancing, they're grooving with everything we're doing. We really love it. We can't think of anything better.
Where do you hope this journey takes you?
To the Super Bowl halftime show. That is where we're going to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show.
If somebody wanted to find out more about Carnival of the Arts and come out to the show, how would they find out?
You could follow my social media pages. I don't stop talking about this stuff, but we have a website, www.carnivalofthearts.com. You can find out stuff on there, or our Instagram or anything like that. We run our own social media pages and our own marketing and everything. We do everything in-house.
Ginny Gogarty on social media.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Stay cool.
Appreciate.
My name is Tig, or I guess here I would be considered Big Tig. We're at Carnival of the Arts in Kempton Fairgrounds in Pennsylvania. I'm from Lebanon, PA.
What is it that you do?
I have a unique hobby. I started back in 1998. I'd take a book with me anywhere I go and give it to anybody I come across to write, draw, or express themselves any way they see fit inside of it. I currently started the 193rd book in my collection last night.
That's a long time to do it.
Yes.
That's amazing. What does it feel like when you give out one of your books and it comes back filled?
Well, I give it out individually, so it doesn't come back filled per se, but it comes back with an entry. But I used to have to read it right away, and now it's more of like I find my solitude when I get a book that's almost filled and then I read that one. But I really enjoy all the love that gets shared through the books, and it's done a lot to help. It's inspiring how you can, just giving that book to somebody can be such a simple act of kindness to some people who've had some really bad days. Just that, me having that book has changed their perspective on their day. So it's just a really neat thing that I decided one day to do and haven't stopped yet.
Thank you. What is one entry or one interaction that truly stands out to you?
One of the most I think is, well, the art in itself is amazing, but one of the ones that really echoes with me is I had an interaction with a kid with a cochlear implant, and the group of kids that were signing the book originally, it took a couple of us to get this kid to understand what the book was and what it was about. And when he went to write, he was in tears, and it made me cry. And I think it was the first time that kid ever had the ability to speak freely and to do something on his own in writing. I feel most of his life was probably writing was a communication thing. So this was the first time it was actually a free choice for him. So that's one of the ones that really sits out to me. I mean, like I said, the art's amazing and to see it, but that's one of the most like emotionally heartfelt ones I've had probably.
What does art mean to you, or why do you love art?
I just love art. I mean, for me, when I actually take time and do my art, it's a meditation thing for me. I can get lost and relax. Like, my brain doesn't stop. So when I have art, that's my way of zenning out and meditating, essentially. So for me, that's what it is. And I mean, I guess I sort of see it in other people because I've watched people sit and draw on the book for sometimes 2 hours. They have that same sort of meditative like state. So and even just when you're here, there's a lot of amazing artists at the Karnival this weekend, and if you walk around watching them live paint and all the live paintings they do, it's a zen state, I guess, sort of.
What is one hurdle you've had to overcome in this journey, and how have you had motivated yourself or motivated others to keep going?
I guess the biggest hurdle I've had was the confidence to just hand a book to people and get told no. But when I first started, I was really shy about it. And after so long, it really doesn't even faze me. I just turn around and go the other way. And it's interesting to me because I've had a bunch of people even just shun me off because they didn't want to deal or interact with me. But then their friends take the book and sign it, and next thing you know, they're signing that book too. So it's definitely interesting. But my biggest hurdle was probably just sticking with it and getting the confidence to not worry about the weird looks I get when I walk up to strangers and be like, "Hey, do you want to sign this book?" So that's probably my biggest hurdle. And I mean, to an essence, I feel like the book has its own identity anymore. I'm just the keeper of the book in an essence. Like it's its own thing. Like it's wild to watch. And one of the neatest things I've experienced with it too is everybody tends to thank me for letting them sign my book, and I'm trying to thank them for being part of my book. But almost everybody hands me back my book and says thank you. And I've had a lot of friends in a lot of situations just look at me and be like, "Did they just thank you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's an odd experience, but it's cool." Like. So that's one of the things I find humorous about it a little bit. Like,
what does it feel like to you to be part of the Karnival of the Arts community here in Fremont?
the Karnival for me is a blessing. Most of the year, I am helping all the people that put this festival on do security work. Got my nifty little security thing here. I'm helping sort of this weekend. But I get to come into Karnival and put up an art installation and just exist. I have no job. I have no responsibilities other than just exist and be me. And it's such a freeing and amazing thing that I feel blessed to get to do.
If you met somebody who had never been to Karnival of the Arts before, and there was one thing you could suggest about it that stands out to you, what would you tell them?
It's amazing. The art here is amazing. I'm always happy to see all the thriving artists, even the float performers, the fire spinners. They're really into the arts for, of course, Karnival of the Arts. And so that's the one thing I think is really neat, just how they embrace all the different artists. And I would imagine as you're here this weekend, you'll take in and see all the different amazing art that's coming out of this weekend. So.
What is some way that people can find you or find the book?
I don't really do much social media.
Okay.
To find a book, you just gotta find me. It's pretty much with me at all times. I just walked out to come get a coffee refill, so it's back in my booth right now. But generally, every once in a while when I get an opportunity, I'll put them on display, but generally it's just the current book that's out with me and in rotation.
Well, my name is Michael Bush. We are currently at Carnival of the Arts. This is my first time attending, and I have to say it's quite an interesting artist-filled venue. Currently, so one of the things I do, I'm an airbrush artist. I started as a t-shirt slinger in the 90s, and it has morphed into various things over the years. There was a point where I would, to practice on t-shirts, you practice on paper towels because they absorb the same as the fabric of a t-shirt. So I have a tendency to put my airbrush down for years at a time, get it back out, I have to get my chops back. So I'll go through rolls and rolls. I was at an artist studio building, and I found people going through the dumpster taking these rolls of my practice and they were trading them like business cards or playing cards. So I started keeping my paper towels and I give them away for free. This particular one is some very interesting young lady has invented this creature with a drill for a mouth and 2 heads, and it can burrow through sand. So I'm realizing her idea for her on a paper towel for free.
What inspired you to do this?
So my training is in the theater arts, and I was a street performer. I'm also a magician. And the interaction with people, I like to be out here interacting and just trying to put people in a good mood and kind of improving with just interaction in general. A lot of people are sheltered. I'm the opposite of that. I'll jump into a crew of people I don't know and just see what happens. I find that if you keep a good attitude, usually it goes pretty well.
What do you love about art?
I love the idea of being able to think of something that doesn't exist and bringing it into reality. And I see everything as art. I play a bunch of musical instruments. I see it all as one thing. If I want to learn a new musical instrument, I think, well, how do my hands work with the airbrush, and how do I apply that across arts, whether it's poetry, playing music, drums, theatrical stuff, acting, scene design, light design, all of it.
What are some hurdles that you've had to overcome, and how do you keep yourself motivated during this journey?
Well, even at this point, I'm 55, and even at this point, coming here, I've been airbrushing since the 90s, and coming here, I'm like, this is all artists. It's still intimidating even for me, and I know I can do my thing. I have the skill of airbrushing, but free-flowing art maybe isn't my thing. So I get intimidated, and it's overcoming whatever is intimidating each individual, because everybody has something. Marching through it and doing it anyways is what I go for.
What does it feel like when somebody comes up and admires your art and wants to take a piece of you home with them?
It makes me feel good, not so much like, when I was younger, it was kind of like, oh, I'm all that in a bag of chips, and it was kind of an ego thing. But now it's just like, I'm glad to make people happy. Like, if that brings you joy, a lot of my free art is just me doodling and practicing, but sometimes it touches them, and who am I to judge what they find inspiring? So I don't judge what I put out, and I am just happy that it reaches people.
How can people find either your art or more about you? I know we have your email.
So I've come out of, I'm just recently come back out of retirement. I put the airbrushes down for years. I don't have a website and social media and all that sort of thing. If you really wanted to commission something, and I can do higher end things, and I work within whatever person's budget it is. I'm very big on, some people don't have money, but they really want art. Well, it's an honor system, whatever they can afford, and then no matter what someone pays, I always want them to leave with the feeling like, I mean, I can do a $5 dragon, I can do a $10,000 dragon. Whatever somebody pays for their commission, I want them to feel like wow, he hooked me up for what I paid. And that's it. So if there's something you really have to do, I know sometimes people want to do like memorials, someone passes away or something, and they want t-shirts or whatever. If there's something like that, or just someone really wants to do a portrait of a pet or something, or they have just a weird idea that they want to realize. I was kind of like the AI image generator before there were AI image generators, taking this picture and this picture and this picture and airbrushing something together. So if you really want to get a hold of me, inkeeri@gmail.com, INKEERI. I don't check it regularly, but I will start to check it a little more regularly. It's one of my email accounts, and I will get back to you and then communicate with a phone number or something.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Luigi. I'm with Annette Outdoors. We are at Carnival of the Arts in Kempton, PA.
What is it that you make, Luigi?
I make nets for different things like lounging and chilling on, playing on. It's like playground nets.
Where did this journey start for you? How did it start, and what has it been like doing it?
The journey started for me at a festival 2 years ago called Homie Collective. I met Annette Outdoors, and we talked for a bit, and then I reconnected with them the year after, and I joined them, and ever since then I've been weaving nets.
What are some of the hurdles you've had to face, and how have you had to overcome them? How have you motivated yourself?
I guess the only hurdle I've had to face were hurdles in my own mind, just battling myself. Because the process of making art is pretty internal for me at first, and then it becomes external. It feels really good when people stop by and admire my art.
What does art mean to you?
Expression, being free, and no judgment.
What does it mean to be part of the Carnival of the Arts community?
It means a lot. Everyone's so beautiful and kind. I love it here. If anyone wants to get any custom work done, they can look us up at Annette Outdoors on IG or Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I'm Colin Carroll. I'm here at the Carnival of the Arts East, and it's my first time attending this festival. And I just finished running a Tai Chi workshop where we were going over some push hands practice. Now, I wanted to kind of introduce this art in a playful way, one that gets people connected and hands-on type of thing. And then also just begin to tease out some of the more subtle qualities that we're developing through the practice. It is very profound, it goes very deep, but this was like a nice, very relaxed space, and it was very cool to see people clicking with certain things. So mainly I was just having people learn the quality of touch and how to release tension within the body while people are applying a force to you. And so this translates into kind of training out the fight or flight. So in everyday life is putting pressures on us, right, at all times. And so we learn how to respond in a way that we don't get triggered. So the path goes very deep. And we do many practices to reorganize the body and change the tissues and things, really change your whole being. But what we were working on mainly today was just a two-hand push practice, and like I said, just connecting with your partner, being able to feel their body at a deeper level, and learning how to get your own attention and quality of touch not to be on top of people, which is how we tend to be, kind of leaning on them or using them for support, but how to maintain our sovereignty and then connect with them down to their foot.
How did this journey start for you?
Well, it's something I've been interested in for many years, and was fortunate enough to find an incredibly skilled teacher. And this was about 3 years ago now, since I've been training in his system, Sifu Adam Meisner. And it's been a incredible journey. It's the most profound path that I connect with right now, even though I've had like other stints of like, various yoga traditions and things like this. But in terms of embodiment, I think it's unparalleled. It's definitely dependent on the system and the teacher. But in terms of transformation of your whole being, right? Not just a practice that you do, but something that really changes who you are or what you are, your constitution, your makeup, and ultimately what you're capable of.
What has been one memory that stood out to you through this journey? When people ask you about Tai Chi, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Well, probably training with my teacher in private, and having him do some body work to me, which was intense and rigorous, but incredibly rewarding. So yeah, having that close connection with a master is quite rare. So.
What does it mean to you when somebody comes up and you teach them something that changes their life or how they interact with others?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things, one of the reasons why I do what I do. It's one of the main reasons, right? It's definitely about service and helping others find their edge and developing the sincerity and integrity and skill to move beyond it.
What is one piece of life advice you can give out to the people about life that has helped you throughout yours?
Yeah, well, it comes back to the sole principle on the path is really about this quality called song. And it translates loosely as to release, the closest word in English, but it's very profound. We're always talking about like, let it go, you just need to release that, right? And things. And so those things are all valid. It's incredibly important. And as I started to develop that skill many years ago, this was like able to take it to a deeper level of embodiment practice. So we really kind of allow our attention to saturate deeply enough into the body where you discover more of what you are, your being, through direct contact and not through like an idea of what you are, because you have penetrated the tissues, the blockages, the sinews, all those things, and reclaimed your own being.
What does it mean for you to be part of the Carnival of the Arts community?
So it was funny, I was talking about this morning. You can come to these events as a participant or as a spectator. And everyone has their own magic, their own something they can bring, and you see it expressed in people. It's beautiful. Their comedy, their gifts, just their exuberance, their well-wishing others and wanting to raise their spirits. So, whether you're doing something official or you're just, in the mix, everyone's got their part to play. And so I've definitely been on the outside before. It was just like, go to the event, take it all in, but this type of attitude, I think, is much more enriching.
If people wanted to follow you or come see one of your workshops, how can they find out more?
Yeah, best place right now is YouTube. I have a channel called Embodied Men. And yeah, anyone can find me there.
Thank you very much, Colin.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, peace. My name is Sadi.
Peace. I go by Grief.
And we are Outliers, also known as the Buddha Heads.
And we're here at in Kempton, PA for Carnival of the Arts 2025.
Yes.
What inspired you to start Outliers?
Yeah, the journey goes very far back, but, pretty much, I started writing music when I was like 10 years old, about, having fun. I had an aspiration to be a rapper because, I saw certain movies. Shout out to 8 Mile. I saw 8 Mile, it's like, you want to be a rapper? So, but, when I thought about it then, and I kept going, I stopped for a while. High school, I picked it back up. And yeah, I kept writing. He actually heard a song I put out during that time because we went to the same high school. And yeah, we ended up linking up, being great friends first, just hanging out, chilling. And eventually, yeah, one day I told him to hop on a song. And then he said he wanted to write. So I was like, all right, cool. Wrote a song. And we came up with the name in high school during English class. I saw a book on the shelf called Outliers. I think Malcolm Gladwell, I believe. But yeah, so we were inspired by that, and just what Outliers stands for, being unique, being yourself, kind of like, you have this group, but then you have the Outliers. Yeah, and that's that. Now we're here today in Carnival of the Arts.
And I think a big part of it was a good foundation of friendship, and also just the inward journey of discovering that we are loved and discovering our inner beingness, so that we can go up on stage and spread that inspiration and love. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say that's a good inspiration for it.
What's it like standing up on stage and seeing the people interact with you and come out to support your art? Thank you so much.
Yeah, it feels always like, it just gives me that little kid feeling, like when you're at the playground, and just being able to communicate with so many people at once. It's really fulfilling, and to see people actually engaging with me just as I'm engaging with them, and it's like a big conversation, So what do you say, bro?
Yeah, no, it's not the same. It's very it's a lot of joy. I feel it's just a lot of joy to see people. Yeah, you can tell they're feeling the music. They're reciprocating the energy. They're feeling good, so they start moving. We're feeling good, so it's like it's a reciprocation. The reciprocation feels great. And it's a blessing to be able to invoke that feeling within people. To now they just bring out their authentic self. They're dancing. They're doing whatever. So it's a beautiful thing to see for sure. It feels great.
What have been some of the hurdles of the music industry and this journey for you, and how have you motivated yourself to keep on going?
Wow, man, you asked some great questions. That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, hey, man, seeing how just everything changes, and considering our style, and what inspired us to write music, the type of style we do, healing hip hop. So it's like old school, traditional hip hop, and instrumentals infused with positive lyrics, affirmations, messages to inspire people for journey of self, journey to how to treat others, things like that. So it's pretty interesting. It's just staying true to yourself, staying true with what feels authentic, what feels already just natural, rather than like, because one thing is like, all right, I'm gonna try a new sound, and you naturally flow into, versus like, I gotta try a new sound. It's not working, but I gotta do it because of X, Y, Z. And with the industry, it's kind of like that in a way where it's like, they're expecting like maybe a hit or this type of thing, but it's like if you create just for the love of it and for the fun of it, it's like you just make so much. And I think that's what keeps it going, just for the love and for the fun of it. How I feel like, writing the music and rehearsing it, Well, what about you, bro? What do you think?
Yeah, I think anything you love is gonna come with some type of hurdle, and some type of I guess a reason to not be doing it. But if you truly love it, you're always gonna find your way back to it because it's who you are. So, I think if you have the hurdles, it's a confirmation that you really should be doing it, because when you push past the hurdles, you just grow, and then you come back to your craft, even more passionate,
like
driven.
Yeah.
You just passed the challenge. So if there were no challenges, there would be no growth. So if you love something and you're challenged to not do it, take that as a sign to keep doing it.
That's cool.
Very nice to say. Like when you think about what you've done, right, that's led you to that conversation, what is the first fond memory that pops in your head? This is what I do.
I mean, honestly, for me, I feel like just performing today was that. I feel like, just starting here 5 years ago, as like a new performer, someone coming into the space, never have showing our art. We were received really well back then, and then to just see the progression, the obstacles to get to the top stage, if I could really answer the question, it'd be just having that opportunity. On top of all the other shows, but it really. Yeah. Really like it was a lot to take in, so I would say that that experience really will stick with me forever.
Yeah, I think it was like, you know, I think about you know, just how everything started, and you know what led us here. Like, it's kind of like, I see, it's like what comes to mind is kind of like a movie. You know, I see the beginning, and I'm just like, it's like passing by, and I'm like, wow. Like, and then like, come to the present moment, it's like, yo, we're really here. Like, it kept going, it kept getting bigger. You know, the more we kept doing it, you know, the more we just stuck to what we, you know, staying true to ourselves. You know, and just, yeah, like I said, you know, continue to do it. It's like, I think about from the beginning until now, it's like, it's a beautiful thing to have the opportunity to, you know, make people feel great, you know, provide great messages, and, you know, and yeah, people have fun, you know.
Where do you hope this journey takes you? What's the dream?
I think actually, like when I think of it, I think, you know, just loving music so much. For me, I feel like the dream is the mastery of the music, like to continue to master my art and master music, and do that in all ways, you know, with instruments, with my voice, with my song creation process. And, you know, but I think just being able to touch people with the music and help uplift people, that of itself is a dream come true. So how about you, bro? What do you think?
Wow, yeah, that's a great answer. Wow, man. I mean, yeah, I would say, you know, similar in that way. You know, just like the dream of just seeing how much better this can get. You know, because it's already great as it is, and instead of like not necessarily focusing too much on the future of what's you know where this journey is gonna take us, but just having you know a great faith that, you know, that yeah, it's just gonna keep getting better. You know, maybe, you know, bigger shows, you know, more people to impact, more people to, you know, make feel great and remind, you know, give the reminders and the positive messages. And yeah, man, just being able to do it freely, as you know, just being able to do it freely and any time, you know, knowing that access is always there. You know, and yeah, man, just keep doing that.
And if people wanted to find out more about you guys or come see out the show, how can they reach you guys?
Yeah, you can find us on like on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere as Outliers. We spell it Outliers. So we had the 2 extra I's for the 3 I's, you know.
Thank you very much.
Hey,
thank you,
brother.
man. Appreciate
Much
it.
love, bro.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. We're from Nemo's Food Place in Washington, New Jersey, and we're at Carnival of the Arts.
What started your journey in the food truck?
He wanted to expand the business and get our name out there a little bit more, and so he invested in a food truck, and we launched it this year and been trying to get it out there.
What is it like when somebody comes up and tells you food's the best they've ever had and they love it so much?
Best feeling, kind of like you can't go wrong with people loving your food.
What is your favorite dish that you guys make?
We kind of have a big menu, but I definitely say the burrito bowls and the tacos.
What are some hurdles that you've had to overcome as a business person, and how do you get through those hurdles?
45. We've encountered a couple of hurdles where, you know, things just didn't work out the way we thought they would. And it's kind of just more learning curve, and we just keep moving forward, and we just keep on participating in events and seeing how it goes.
What is one way people could find you guys and order your food or get you to come out to one of their events?
We have Facebook, Instagram, and I believe that's it.
Is it Mimo's on Facebook?
So for the restaurant, it's Mimo's Place. For the food truck, it's Mimo's Place Food Truck. And same on Facebook.
What do you love about what you do?
The people. I like meeting people, getting to know them, what they like to eat. So.
What's up, folks? I am Bill Osred. I'm a live painter during the weekends and an engineer during the week. I dance, mile, and occasionally paint stuff like this. So my art career, I guess, started in 2016. I had been doodling as a way to pay attention in meetings and school, going back to like middle school. I always doodled on side of things, and then I was in a meeting one day and I did this whole doodle, and at the end somebody asked me to scan it because they wanted to do wood engraving of it. Yada yada yada. I bought a sketchbook. Yada yada yada. I went to a wine and paint, learned to play with paints. Yada yada yada. I got encouraged to do a collaboration and do the live paintings, and voila! 3 years later, here we are. Motivation and hurdles. Well, I tell you what, the 5-year COVID years was pretty crazy in my life. A lot of changes. Art kept me really grounded, and it allowed me to anchor myself to people who had my best interest in mind, giving me good feedback about stuff. And then, the whole journey was really just listening to specific and different people, sorting out the signals and so the ones that follow, and then sorting it out from there. It's been great. As far as personal hurdles directly related, the imposter syndrome is always a thing. I try my best to be humble, but as an artist, you have to kind of set yourself apart, which, so I have this inner struggle between like, hey, I'm just me, and other times it's like, well, I'm supposed to be like, hey, look, I'm the great Oz. So that's a struggle, but life is good. I'm just in the moment and I'm chilling. I wish everybody had the opportunity to create something and then pass the Does Your Art Suck test. And essentially what that is, have somebody that you don't know, has no relation or real reason to gratify you or whatever, take their hard-earned money because they appreciate your art. The first time that happens is amazing, and the 100th time it happens is amazing, and every time is just incredible. There's nothing, it's hard to put that to words. And people send pictures saying, oh, here it is on the wall. Like, it's so much better than the creation process. It's not even about the money. It's watching people's eyes, and it doesn't even matter if they buy it or not. I tell you what, people come up, hanging out. Like somebody couldn't afford my painting a few weeks ago, but came up, just shed tears, and that was like, I can't explain how rewarding that is. It has nothing to do with money. It's about emotions and love, and just that's why I do this. I sell these because they're meant for it's meant for whomever, that whatever, and it's just me. I'm just a catalyst, right? I'm just the kindling, and let the sparks and the fire go. What does art mean to me, and why do I love art? It just is. Life is art. We're art. You're art. I'm art. Like our flaws is what makes us perfect. Like everything around's art. You sit on a table, well, somebody engineered that stuff, Like this is just a different type of visual thing, but we have art around us. This big, beautiful stage behind us. All these humans. It's beautiful. Life is art. Live it, baby. Haha. So this piece I did last weekend at the Look Around Festival, and it was a warm up for the one that we've been working on this week. And this is what I like to capture in my live painting. So I always start with a fresh blank canvas, and I try to capture motion at this part of my career. I don't know when you'll see this, who knows what it'll be, but right now, 2025, here we are, Carnival of the Arts jamming. This is human, this is the experience, music is what ties us all together. We get in these big rooms, we turn it up, our insides vibrate on the same frequency, because we're just atoms, right? And this captures it. It's the love, it's the motion, it's the hips, it's the leaning in, it's the flow. Absolutely. Ozred.art, OZZREDD.art. I'm the only Ozred on the internet. It's my art last name, because why not? Instagram, Facebook, and this year I'm starting a new idea that hopefully will work out, a YouTube channel dedicated to recording the processes live, the shows. I'm a big fan of live music. I like the energy of a live performance, so I'm going to be capturing that and making the time lapses and so forth of everything coming alive, so I'm easy to find.